Hey everybody, Coach Casey Halstead here with 10th Planet Las Vegas. I wanted to talk a little bit about something. I did Inside BJJ podcast the other night, and I started thinking on this thought train, and I'm kind of releasing this thought before I've actually figured out how to pitch it and how to sell it and how to explain it. So you guys are gonna have to bear with me as I fumble through this. Also, if you guys like these videos, please don't forget to like and subscribe down to the YouTube channel. And not only that, but I am going to start answering questions. So if you guys do have questions for me, leave a comment down below and we'll get back to it as soon as we can. But to get back to my original thought, I'm going to go ahead and just lay it out there, and then we're going to go ahead and flow into the explanation. So keep this the bottom 10%. So what does the bottom 10% mean? As I go through my life every day when I wake up, I'm like, all right, so what do I have? And I even have an assistant who helps me manage what I have going on. And so every day I end up with a list of 20 things, and they're all prioritized. They're prioritized from critical to non-essential down on the bottom, right? Or even things that can wait. And so I go through my whole life and I'm just knocking off the critical things on top of the list. And I'm pretty good at getting shit done. So I get through those pretty quick. But then the day actually generates more things like time stealers, things that take your time and they limit your ability to get your list done, right? So as I'm going through the course, something pops up in Orange County, and then I got to divert my attention and handle that. So you're putting out fires, and in between the fires, you're knocking things off of your list. The crazy thing is, the bottom 10% of your list, we never get to those things. Those things are like cleaning out the junk drawer in your kitchen, cleaning out your closet, cleaning out your garage, maybe some honeydews that your wife has at the house. And so luckily for us, we've been able to force pause. The quarantine has forced us to just kind of stop. And so even though we still do have hot topic issues, critical lists that you need to get done, we also have a lot of time to be effective on the bottom 10%. And so this bottom 10% thing, it's so crazy because it's the things that we think are not priority. But I cleaned out the junk drawer, I cleaned out the closet, I cleaned out the garage, and guess what? Tons and tons of stress felt like it got lifted right off on my back. And it's just so weird that we give the bottom 10% no credit and no weight, yet those are the things that are really weighing us down. When you think about it, we can be cliche as we want. We can go through time and start talking about, oh, it's the straw that broke the camel's back. Oh, it's whatever cliche you have. There's reason those things exist. It's because, the big events, we're forced to deal with those. That's how humans are designed. We're designed to deal with the most critical things. That's what we do. That's how we've survived and evolved. But why do people say it's the straw that broke the camel's back? It's the neglected things that end up making us carry the most stress, because it just keeps getting put to the end of my list every day. And I keep going, okay, well, I'm going to go on. I'm going to take a couple days off and I'm going to knock it out. And then I try to take a couple days off, and then there's another fire and I got to put that fire out. So today's message, the bottom 10% is actually very damaging to you emotionally and from a stress standpoint. And this is a perfect opportunity to explain. I'm feeling good. I'm forced to adjust my businesses, and we're forced to deal with things that are out of our control. And those things aren't stressing me out at all because those are mandatory. It's out of my control. We got to just plug away and we got to get them done. But since I controlled the things that I can control, which are my filthy garage and that, all of a sudden, I feel like someone took 1,000 pounds off my back. And so this video is an attempt to raise the awareness of the bottom 10% of your list, because the bottom 10% of your list is just going to keep following over and over and over. And if you're like me, you set yourself with stretch goals. So if I know it's only humanly possible for me to accomplish 10 things on my list in the day, I'm going to put 20, and I'm going to try to stretch myself out. And that way, if I only got to 11, I still overachieve for the day. But that bottom 10%, it just remains. It's chronic. It's just always there. And so we need to solve that bottom 10%. So my challenge for you guys today is create a list, and it should be priority, high priority, and then low priority. Or you can call it critical and non-essential. That non-essential list, if that remains on multiple lists over time, that bottom 10% is going to become very powerful. And so I'm actually, from now on, I'm going to switch, and I'm going to knock out the bottom 10 before I do the top 10. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are, and I will figure this train of thought out a little bit better, and we'll probably release another video later that'll kind of have like arguments and reasons and maybe some data to back it up and support it. But right now, this is just one of my thoughts, and a lot of it came about when I was doing the Inside BJJ podcast. Let me know what you guys think. Knock the bottom 10% of the list out. Live your life like a black belt. Peace.